Hi everyone. So today I'm going to dive a bit deeper into the widgets, which is the tools that Odoo uses in the XML views to display some fields with specific styling and sometimes logic. So I've created a form view with I mean pretty much all of the widgets that you can use in Odoo. So for instance, this first one right here is the status bar, which is used in, I don't know, sales, sales module, for instance, where you can move the stages of the offers you received and so on. This could trigger a move in the columns. So this is just written as widget status bar. When you write it in the view, you can see it right here, just written like so. And yeah, it then triggers a selection, a pick in a selection field. Another really common one is the color picker one, so color underscore picker. And this is, well, yeah, pretty self-explanatory, but you can pick a color and this could get displayed either in tags or yeah, maybe in the list view as well if you want. So I've added it in the list view here, and you can see that it's updating as well. Another really common one but super useful is the date widget. So this is the regular one, so you could just get to pick a date, it opens the calendar and it saves it in a proper date format. You can customize this as well. Related to this one, I think this one is just written date. Yeah, date. Yeah, that's a regular date field. But then the date time field, it's well, basically just the same, but once you pick a date, you can also set a time, and you'll see both in the line formatted already. This isn't per se a widget because it's not something that you write in here precisely, but it's triggered by the fact that you pick a field being date or date time for those two cases. But it's still pretty much the same logic as applying a widget, because as you see, it's triggering an actual formatting, and it's just not just displaying data, at least not raw data. Then there's the float time widget, which is this one, pretty much just a convenient way of displaying, well, yeah, time and durations. Pretty useful for timesheets and so on. Then you'll get the monetary widget, which is, well, yeah, just to display currencies, and this adds the currency symbol in front of the field, the value field. And this can be dynamically changed conditionally if you want to, I don't know, display the currency for the country of the specific client you're making the offer for, or that kind of cases. So pretty useful. The way it's set up, it's just you'd have to have a field with the currency ID in your model. So I've added it here, which is linked to the REST currency model, and then you can, well, compute it the way you want. This I'm just fetching the one from the company, well, the customer's company, but you can do another logic to display a different currency, but you do have to put it invisible in the view, so it's, well, information that's there and that can then be displayed. You set it to invisible, and then when you set the widget to monetary here, it's going to use this currency and display it well, next to the field. Then you get the percentage pretty clear as well, but this allows you to, well, yeah, again, display the percentage symbol right next to it. Pretty useful for discounts or, I don't know, VAT, taxes and that kind of stuff. Sequence isn't a widget here in the form view, but it's needed in the list view, so I added it just for the convenience. So this is a value that is used to order stuff in Odoo, and so here it's not a widget, it's just the field where I display the sequence. But in the list view, I do use it to actually, change the sequence and move it. And so I think this triggered, it updated the sequence now just because I moved it. And so this is the widget in the list view with the widget handle. And handle are the dots that allow you to reorder stuff. Can be really useful in sale orders to reorder lines or that kind of stuff. Then some Boolean ones. So it's always about either true or false, active or off elements. And so the first one is the Boolean toggle, which is, just a fancier way of displaying a Boolean. Normally a Boolean is just a checkbox, and this allows you to have an actual toggle, just to show like an on-off state. Might be even clearer for enabling stuff in your module. So this is the Boolean toggle one, as you can see right here. Widget equal Boolean toggle. Then you get the priority one, which I've set up as a radio widget, which is looks like a Boolean, but it's just you can enable only one of these, and it's a selection field. So when I set it up, it's set up as a regular selection, but you can only use one of these options. So it's interesting to use for, I don't know, preferences or locations, but only unique stuff. The badge widget is just a fancy way of displaying a selection. So this can be used for states. It's in Odoo source code. It's often used for, as you see, draft, confirmed. So for POs or SOs. The priority widget is the stars that you see there. It's used in the I think it's in the project module, namely. It allows you to just pick a number of stars, which shows the priority, the urgency of tasks. It's just set up as this widget equal priority. Pretty niche, but still can be useful to know how to do it and maybe use it elsewhere. I don't know. Could be a fancy way of writing a resume or that kind of stuff. Then you get the relational widget, which are just fancy ways of displaying. So this one is for the many-to-many fields. So you get to pick several tags. We can make a new one, test tag 2. Save. And then it just displays them with the color that you set and shows it as a badge that you can either remove or add. So pretty useful as well. And it's a really standard way of displaying many-to-many fields. So it's the tag IDs, I think, widget. Let me check. It's the many-to-many tags. Okay, so that's the widget name. And on this specific widget, you can add options which displays the color in the tag. So that's how you get it, the color field. And color is the actual name of the color field in my model. So it just fetches it. And then you get the many-to-one, which is just a way of linking to one specific entry. And here you can link it to a partner, for instance. It's not an interactive widget, but it does add the internal link button that can that allows you to jump to that entry directly, which can be useful. And then you'll get the text ones, which for instance is the HTML one. Looks like a regular text field, but as soon as you click it, you get the options to format the text and go further than just writing plain text without any formatting. So you can even enter commands and create tables and stuff. So can be pretty useful when you try to make detailed, I don't know, plans or stock updates or that kind of stuff. So pretty useful. That's the HTML widget. Then you have the more contact related widgets. So these well, at first look like regular text field if you don't enter anything, so it looks like any other one. But as soon as you enter a valid phone number, for instance, you'll get the option to call or write a text message directly to it by showing those two buttons. Same goes for the email widget, which, well, yeah, lets you send an email to that email address. And same goes for the website widget. This one, I think it's named URL, yes. And same, you then get a button to go directly to that website. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I just showed all these that you can display in the list view as well, but list view is pretty standard for widgets now. And yeah, I think that covers it. So a lot of these might be pretty niche, but it's always good to know what tools Odoo uses to display fields, and it can be helpful and allow you to make, well, cleaner looking form views. So I hope that helped. See you next time and take care. Bye.